There is freedom within. There is freedom without. Try to catch the deluge in a paper cup. Hey now, don't dream it's over. Hey now, they've come to see the world between us. You know they want to win. That's right. Don't say it's over. Oh, what? Where did that come from, Pika? Is that on the show notes? What? No, you've got very little to say this week, Pika. That's good. I'm sick of hearing you. You say too much. Pika doesn't know it yet, but he's getting an assistant. That's right. You're getting the help that you need any day now. No, it might be a few weeks. I got an X-ray girl plushie. They just a new line of Friday Night Tights plushies came out. And I had to get X-ray girl because she's a great producer, and maybe that spirit can take our show into the next level. That's right. Hi everyone. It's Wednesday. It's New Comic Book Day here on planet Earth. God bless and namaste. Good luck. I usually say that at the end of the show. Flip things around. How are you today? What's new in your life? Thank you for dropping by, saying hi, and having an awesome day with us. And DC Comics. Yeah, this is something you should have done before the show started, before the show. Okay, here it goes. I'm looking for something. There we are. Thank you. And thank you for, this is why you need help, Pika. Yeah, you're going to get a lot of help. You can try to elevate the show. You can focus on your strengths, and they can focus on their strengths. It's pre-recorded here on a Wednesday on New Comic Book Day before our live studio audience of my stuffed animals. Canadian Bear needed the week off. It's just, the weight of being a stuffed animal on YouTube. Sometimes it can really get to you, especially the comments. And, he's a sensitive type. I really feel that. Especially when next to me, just he's my head hits him. It's just get away. I'm like, oh, come on, man, you're a Canadian Bear. We have Funnybooks to check out. What are we reading this week? What are we buying? Let's see. Well, what's going on? We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. Holy shit. Did I read that right? 27 times 8. There are 216 different periodical publications that are on the League of Comic Geeks / you think I'm fibbing? You think I'm making this up? Okay, look, 1, 2. These are in rows of 8. Ochos. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. And there are a lot of different cover. I mean, there are a lot of repeats. So, I mean, this could be 216 is a little misleading. I see a lot of the Con Artist number 4. I'm looking at 6 different covers for that. 7 different covers for that. I'm looking at a couple of different covers for the one hand. Well, you got this like one hand and 6 fingers over here that have, and that is those are $15 location exclusive variant covers. Jason Sean Alexander, though, he did, he was doing the first part of Batman Nocturne over on Current Detective Comics with Ram V. Interesting. All righty. Let's do what we do. We start off at the bottom of the list. We get clobbered by ads when we do that, but we don't care because it's better. The view is better up here. It's true. Fire and Ice number 5 from Dynamite. People still reading that. And this is cover G. It's a 1 in 15 cover. See, this is why, and all the other Fire and Ices are out there too, on this, out of these 216, it's like the sort got different on the web page. So they're not bundling together all the variant covers. Look at this. This 10 variant covers, 11 all day. 11 covers for Fire and Ice number 5. But this is based on the Frazetta book and written by Bill Willingham, art by Leonardo Manco. Are people still reading this? Are people aren't talking about it? I can tell you that much. Did it suffer from delays? Was that it? You know how delays can kill a book. Let's see what else is down here. Yeah, Con Artists number 4 from Counterpoint Comics, and it's got this Lara Croft knockoff, and it's got cheesecake, and it's going to objectify women, and so this is like really, it's naughty, and it's inappropriate, and it's not, this shouldn't be able to stand. I don't care. Beneath the Trees Where Nobody Sees, a foil variant cover from Comic Tom 101 C2E2. This is the Alex Rigel Deadhead foil variant cover. Don't murder the locals. So this is this is meant to look like the iconic Grateful Dead logo with bears dancing around the center, which was a skull. The Grateful Dead thing. Well, here, I'll get that too. Yeah, the Grateful. I'm looking for a bit, images. It's like the Grateful Dead dancing bears. I'm trying to find a very iconic version of it. Oh well. Screw it. I was seeing in all these colors. All these colors everywhere. 1 of 18. And look, see, Osmani Allahu. He's on the cover. A letterer on the cover. Third printing. Yeah, it just has the artist and the letterer. IDW. But yeah, I mean, Osmani Allah, whose name is everywhere on the covers of the comics that he's lettering. He's a letterer. And he's getting billing. Isn't that interesting? Muscle Horse, $15. $15 make you holler. I get paid to do the wild bang. Wild bang. He likes to do the wild bang. Wild bang. Boom, 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 boom. Posse infect. One thing led to another. I looked up and I saw her mother. What? Gee, couldn't get off my jock. It was like status cling. But that's what happens when bodies start slapping from doing the wild thing. Ton, chunk, gunk, chunk. Wild thing. Gunk, 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 gunk. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. So yeah, we have Dynamite's Fire and Ice number 5. Again, up here. And we have Dawn Runner number 1, a big time collectible C2E2 variant. So yeah, you get these con exclusive variant covers. That's right. That's part of the variant, scheme. Or maybe it's just not a scheme. It's just like something special you get for going to a con, and there's a variant exclusive for that con. Why not? I mean, just like, yeah, it's bad. That's what makes it exclusive. What drives the price of back issues? Scarcity. It's simple. It's just very simple. But look at these two covers right here in the center, the one hand and the 6 fingers. These are Image Comics. They're parallel stories, one written by Ram V, and the other one's written by Dan Waters. I'm not very familiar with Dan Waters too much. He gets a collective sigh of aggravation from my side of the fandom, but he's also going to be writing the Destro mini for Skybound coming up this summer. So I'm going to be reading some more Dan Waters, and I'll have a more informed opinion of his writing abilities when this is done. You never know. Someone just might be perfectly suited for a certain comic book. Like Duke 5 comes out this week. And I read that. I was part of my digital pirate stack, and let me tell you, just a spoiler, it's amazing. It's great. It lands the mini, it sets up for more, and the entire time Duke was speaking entirely in character. That I just thought it was just really good. World Tree number 9, there's 3 of those at least, 4. So yeah, that 216 is really inflated. Let's get to the top and let's see, what do we want to buy this week with comic books? What is going on here on the Comics Talk? And just like before we start, at the top of the list, thank you so much for tuning in. We are monetized. There should be ads, I think, right in the middle of the show, maybe to open the show, and and right in the middle of the show. It's what beyond that, super chats, memberships, super stickers, don't know yet. We'll find out. Because things get sticky tax wise, or do they? They're just like more paperwork. Who knows? But it's out there now, and thank you so much for helping me meet my goal. Our goal. We started this channel about 4 years ago. During lockdown, it was a good way to keep entertained and keep your mind active and be creative and connect with other people. And the key to that was the live chats. And you would see different people, the same people in different shows. You still see that too, especially with all of the YouTube culture divisiveness. We see each other in all the different shows when we're in the live chat, and it's like, I call for unity. I always have been. I have since day 0. But also, don't let the outrage culture bring you down. Remember why you do this, and remember why you read comics is to escape from your problems. You don't come to your fandom spheres and your hobby to be stressed out. So if you are feeling stress and anxiety because of your time down away from work, it's not work, it's not parenting, it's not school, it's not obligations. We could be listening to this in the background, driving, Imagine if like you're driving and stuck in traffic and somebody just cut you off, and then you got even more wound up because, oh wow, did you hear about the latest Doctor Who hubbub? I mean, don't let your hobby get you down. I mean, it's you can take breaks from it too. Don't be afraid to take breaks. I've taken so many breaks from X-Men over the past 45 years. It's like I was like, it's all new if you haven't read it, but it's just like I'm very picky about what I talk X-Men with and with whom, because there's just been so many characters, so many stories, especially over the sheer spectrum of X titles. How many? When I was a kid, that's when they started having multiple X titles. We only had Uncanny X-Men. That was it. And then we got the New Mutants, 1983. And then we had a Wolverine miniseries. And then we got X Factor. What was that, 1986 or so? The reunion of the original X-Men team. We've brought Jean Grey back from the dead. In fact, in this year's retcon, using retcon, because people bash retcon. Retcons are meaningless, because this is retroactive continuity. It's changing this, it's adding to the story and sometimes changing it to suit a modern story. Retcons have been going on the entire history of your superhero funny books and stories. Jean Grey was actually in a catatonic, preserved state at the bottom of Jamaica Bay in the ruin of that space shuttle. The real Jean Grey. Apparently, the Phoenix Force copied her down to her neutrinos on the subatomic, smallest scales of creation. The Phoenix Force created a perfect copy of Jean Grey. So is Madeline Pryor a copy of that copy? Or was there, let me know in the comments section. I'm even admitting it, like, how much of the X-Men do, you know what I mean? Do I need a wiki to support my X-Men information? And then comes all the years I didn't read, and especially all the newer characters. And now we have all these different X teams and X-Men characters, and badly written, badly drawn, or messaged or not. There is just a lot of mutants and a lot of X-Men characters. I used to have an X-Men belt buckle. It was round. It had an X in the center. It looked like it was from the movies. I wore that for a couple of years. I also wore a Batman belt buckle. See the bat signal in the Gotham skyline and the Lego Gotham there? That's an old belt buckle that I retired. I'm that geeky. I believed in everyday cosplay. I would have two or three different comic booky things going on. My t-shirt, my belt buckle, maybe a Green Lantern ring. That was so sublime that nobody noticed. And something else, I called it everyday cosplay. Like, how many things of everyday cosplay do I have on today? I don't do that much anymore. I don't know why. All righty. Well, let's get to the comic books. And thanks for hanging out for a couple of minutes, shooting the shit. But yeah, there are so many X-Men stories that, I can only catch up on. And they're all new if you haven't read them yet. The Ultimate Spider-Man #4. This is on my poll list. And we have 3, 5, 11, 12, 13. So you have 14 different covers all day. Because remember, the Virgin is a different cover than its trade dressed companion. Did I just say that? Yes. Will I get a? Oh, I would love any of these. See, this is the one with the J. Scott Campbell covers. J. Scott Campbell has 3 covers that he's doing for Ultimate Spider-Man #4, all based upon previous covers of his own, especially the controversial objectification of Mary Jane Watson and being the problematics of comic books and the male gaze and my gender studies and my outrageous student loan debt that I'll never pay off with this shitty comic book writing job that gives me a shitty page rate. Huh? These are only, I think these probably sold out like, oh, I would get that. Well, it's a 1 in 100 virgin. This is the virgin variant, so it's 1 in 100. But this is, I think, the B cover anyway for the first. I just think that's great. Because that's the famous half face, of like it's Peter Parker, and when his Spidey sense goes off, he gets that half that schizoid look, and it's been a wonderful device. And look at that smile on Mary Jane, and look, they got panic. The kids are bringing. So you think I'm not a parent, so that's like, isn't that parent life? And so this week we have the introduction of Ultimate Gwen Stacy, who in the that's the one with the trade dress for $4.99, the one I can afford. I would love to get that one. Thank you for looking at variant covers with me. I think that's fun. And but yeah, here are the other two. The J. Scott Campbell. Look at that. Mary Jane got cute feet and a butt and a bust, and she's cute. Oh no, you've made Jerry. And this is like this. Actually, in the original of this one was Black Cat, and I think it's cute. This is really nice. They're a married couple, and they're very much in love. Look at that. Isn't it? That's just, this is what the people wanted. Now, will it stay? By issue 6 of Ultimate Spider-Man, will great power come with great responsibility, or will great vengeance be something else? I mean, isn't that the sublime differences between Green Goblin and Spider-Man? Both have great power and great responsibility, but one is vengeance-based and the other is resilience-based. Peter Parker, for me, is one of the most resilient superheroes. The great, if you're going to go for something trauma-based, we've always had these trauma-based superheroes. Batman, Spider-Man, Fantastic Four. Look at accidental transformatives. Something like, speaking of Spider-Man #48, again with delicious A cover by John Romita Jr. and Scott Hanna. And who is that in the purple there? And what's this ad doing in the way? I'll tell you, that's Chasm. That is the magically supercharged Ben Reilly. Ben Reilly is Peter's clone. Or is Peter the clone and Ben the original Peter? I mean, have we sorted that out yet? There's been such as with X-Men, there is so much Spider-Man that's been printed. It's these stories, years worth of stories. I got my handle around the earliest stuff to the 80s and 90s, and a little, and then Ultimate Spider-Man was huge for me too. I was monthly on that. Spider-Man, yeah, Spider-Man. Todd Knock is taking over art duties, and this is let's look at the variant covers. There's a Peach Momoko variant cover. It's 1 in 100. Oh, and it's a virgin. Okay, the 1 in 100 is a virgin variant. Of course, see, I would get this. This is Ghost Spider-Gwen. Okay, she's a Gwen Stacy from an alternate reality, and she made some kind of cybernetic symbiote suit that gives her all the same superpowers, but she's multiverse variant. And I'm trying to remember. Oh, here's the. Oh, look at this. Oh, that's great. That's really sweet. That's really nice. Between a Peach Momoko variant and this variant here, I mean, I would be a sucker for this stuff. A Micronauts variant. Oh my God. Seriously? And look, it's got the Hasbro trade. It's got the Hasbro logo on the trade dress. Micronauts. Is it Legacy? No, it's no variant. The Micronauts variant. David Marquez art. Oh wow! They took his beard away and probably made him younger. Okay, sure. So here we go. That would get. I would love to pick this up. You know, I'm a sucker for Peach Momoko. I'm gonna have to hit Yule up again. I don't mind that one bit. What was the other one I got? He got me for. Maybe it was Amazing Spider-Man. I'll have to check with him. He's got a growing stack of comics. Maybe he anticipated that. Here, why don't I just text him? Hey, if you got a Peach Momoko variant cover, this is me talking to Yule Carter of Fantastic Comics in Berkeley, California. Hey, if you got the Peach Momoko, Peach, not O-H, Peach variant of ASM. So you don't have to type out the entire thing because we speak in the same code. Let me know. I'll take it. Hey, if you get the Peach Momoko variant, let me know. I'll take it. I am a sucker for. Yes, I am a sucker for Peach Momoko variants. I should tell my LCS that, but you know what? I like buying from Yule, and this is a Black Cat mashup with the Ghost Spider look. Is it not? That's the Virgin. So yeah, there we go. This is Amazing Spider-Man 48. We've had a couple of light issues, like light in tone, humorous, familiar, familial. Everything's about getting Aunt Anna, Anna Watson, Mary Jane's aunt, Aunt May's friend, out of Ravencroft mental institution. Previously in Amazing Spider-Man, Aunt Anna was given some of that X-Men Krakoan drug to cure her of dementia. And then remember, Orcus hacked the cure and made everyone who took it, unstable and violent. And so Peter, with his connections, especially with the X-Men, the newest X-Men, Ms. Marvel, Kamala Khan, has got early access to the cure. And of course, Peter Parker luck, hijinks ensue because it's a fucking Spider-Man story. Of course, fucking shit happens. It would be fucking boring if shit didn't happen. You got Sandman, Electro. You got like some interesting sea-level bad guys that it's a fucking stupid story, but it was fun. Even the new artist too. I liked the past couple of issues of Amazing Spider-Man, and I think that Amazing Spider-Man has been a mixed bag, and it's not as bad as everyone's saying it is. We got Tech 1084, written by Ram the Fifth. I mean Ram V. We've got beautiful variant covers. Javier Fernandez is doing the art. Ram V is so blessed to have so many good artists. Look, Ben Abernathy's still the group editor. You see that? That means certain things will run out with his name on it in the Bat Office. You're going to see Katie Kubrick's name, You'll start to see that too. This is Gotham Nocturne, Act 3, Crescendo, Part 1. And, Detect comes out every 2 weeks. And let's look at some variant covers. So this is the A cover. This is a $4.99 comic book, but it's extra thick as well. This grew on me, especially after reading some other Ram V's. Javier Fernandez. This is a cardstock variant. It's beautiful. That's $1 more for $5.99. Gila March. That's a pretty good pose. See, that's one thing that's for me. Look, this is very Adam Kubert as well. Talking about Kuberts as well, but Adam Kubert did a lot of work on Batman, especially with Grant Morrison back in the right before Final Crisis. It was called Batman R.I.P. and everything leading up to that, like the introduction of Damian Wayne and shit. Wolverine 48. I've been tuned into this. This is on my pull list. I love it. It says parental advisory, not for kids. That's great because it's not. It's $4.99, 28 pages. We're getting 20 pages of story and art. And it's Sabretooth War. Victor LaValle and Benjamin Percy are laying down an interesting story. 5 variant covers. And then yeah, I've been reading this. Yes. I've been buying this. They're $5 each. I wonder if issue 50 will cost more. It would be like a $7.99 extra-sized finale. Therefore, bumping up my spend. Daredevil number 8. Something is Killing the Children. Not reading that. Green Arrow number 11. Then ongoing by Joshua Williamson. It's interesting. And it's just Green Arrow versus Merlin. That's a classic, never-ending battle. You've got Daredevil number 6 with a John Romita Jr. cover. Avengers 13. Now at the Fall of X trade dress, because now it's an interconnecting part of the story over with Fall of the House of X, because Tony Stark is front and center in that. How many variant covers do we have? Oh, there's some vampires here. Look, it's the Micronauts variant. I had Micronauts as a kid. I always wanted Baron Karza. He could become a centaur. They had these magnetic clip-on things. They were pretty hefty for toys, too. Gods number 7. This thing's wrapping up soon. Thank God. I think it's got one more issue. We can see at the bottom of the page. Yeah, it's got one more issue. Sorry, I don't mean to knock it. It's not for me. I mean, it's kind of, I don't know. It's at least, I got to say, at least that Jonathan Hickman has got his own characters to build up and destroy and rebuild and craft, and introduce into the Marvel Universe. I'll give him this much. My problems, what are my problems with Gods? Well, let's talk about what are the good things about Gods. Gods. It's a limited series by Jonathan Hickman and is it Matteo? Valerio Schiti. And it's about magic and the most ancient things of the real Marvel universe. So it's kind of like, things that Stephen Strange would be scared of. So the art is spot on and good. The the characters are likable. And he's messing up, he's like really, messing with these characters hardcore. But they're all new characters, and the ones he's messing with, they're his, of the story. It's just really wordy. And I don't know, it's a miss with me. That's okay. It's quality. All right. This is a premier. Marvel put a lot of faith in this project. This is top tier talent. This is what you say when you say, like, when we say great writers need a great artist, and to giving it an opportunity to tell a big story and a new story and do something interesting. Cy Spurrier's Flash, Ramon Perez. I don't like the art. I mean, let's see. Yeah, I mean, Mike Deodato Jr., he had all this digital stuff just heaped upon his line art. But this stuff is it's very cartoony, this Perez stuff. Who is Trader X? The aftermath of the greatest betrayal in X-Men history. The Quiet Council in exile must act. They have a plan. Maybe... I don't know. This is the Kieran Gillen one. Look at all the variant. Let's look at some variant covers. This is part 4. This is only going 4 issues, right? Hold on a second. Don't lose the plot, Sally. It's going 5 issues. Okay. One more issue. And these are the 2 big wrap-ups. And probably everything comes to a head in X-Men 35, which is Legacy 700, I believe. I think. Is there a checklist for this shit? There is, at the end of every issue. I would slave over those as a kid. I mean, it's, man, that $4.99 an issue, man. Let's look at some variants. Who's that? That's Charles. He's got that's his distinctive helmet. Instead of having, he's got to have some kind of apparatus. That's a Cerebro. It's a portable Cerebro helmet. And, that's his new iconic look. He's been given back his power to walk. This is a 1 in 100 Virgin variant. Now, this is Rasputin the Fourth. She's a Mr. Sinister creation from an alternate reality, and she's one of my favorite characters to come out of this. And she's just a mashup. Of course, that's on purpose. She was, like, Sinister's in the far future and making this is his perfect soldier. Attributes of Colossus, Nightcrawler, Magic, and Kitty Pryde. She can phase. She's got indestructible skin. She can wield the soul sword. Is that it? The soul sword? Is that Darkchild's thing? But yeah, she's like one of my favorite things that come out of all of this mess. Hickman introduced this character way back in 2019, I believe. It's Jubilee. It's Jubilee. See, like, I like it when, like, when she had the red and the green on. I was like, wow, those are Robin's colors. The pink and the purple. It's a bit more like, it looks like, I guess, her. And look at this stuff here. We've got X-Men fighting. It's a Brian Hitch cover. Means check let's throw a log on the fireplace. Thank you. Have another cuppa. And thank you for dropping in. It's New Comic Book Day, and it's Dazzler, a DNA cover. It's David Nakayama, DNA. David Nakayama. See, it's D.NA. So it's the first two, you know. It's artistic. It's clever. Ah, look at this. That's great. Iconic. Ooh, it's gonna nothing. Classic Psylocke. Well, like Lara Croft, you can't, don't look at her. We got to make her frumpy to get back at you, stinky boys. Here's Duke number 5. It's got 4 variant covers. If you have to ask whose hand is that, Metroplex 2000. If you have to ask whose hand is that. I'm just kidding. Busting balls. Oh, good. Someone answered. That's great. But this is the final issue of Duke by Joshua Williamson. Great art by Tom Riley. Fits, if this is about universe rebuilding. This is a new use of the toys. And by the end of this book, it's got this is classic 3-act storytelling. This is McKee. This is what people want. This is really fun. It's predictably unpredictable and unpredictably predictable. If you can follow my logic on that. Seriously, it's a simple story told. It's an action-adventure story with a likable hero who struggles greatly during the entirety. All the odds are against him. And along the way, he earns the respect of those opposed to him and those with him. This got it. I mean, good way to go, Joshua Williamson. Liking this a lot. We got Harley Quinn 39 by Teenie Howard and Nachia Buchos this time. I usually read this every time it comes to me if I get it in my pirate chest. And how many variant covers does this have? Because I think this is about keeping the title alive to sell the variant covers. We're going to look at some variant covers. It doesn't matter. Okay, firstly, it says here $4.99 for 40 pages. So it always usually has a backup feature. Erica Henderson will be the writer-artist in the backup. And a lot of the times I like the backup feature in Harley Quinn more than the big story. And a few of them have had Kelly Jones on art recently as well, which is a fucking boon. B-O-O-N, boon. What is a boon? A boon is like a gift from a god, right? A benefit, a favor, especially one that is given in answer to a request. And that became part of my vocabulary by being a Neil Gaiman Sandman reader. Morpheus was all about the boon. And yeah, let's look at some variant covers. And blast off into the 68th and a half century with Erica Henderson's epic Space Odyssey. So it's going to be maybe a future version of Harley and Quinzel. A time travel displacement thing. See, okay, let's look at this cover here for art's sake. It's a happy new me and the banner behind it. But it's her oldest costume. This is her most iconic look. And my favorite Harley Quinn. I am a classic Harley Quinn fan just because I like her as the Joker's Mall. Does not mean I condone abuse. I mean, that is I call that weaponized equivocation. You're just like, oh, if you like old Harley and if you want to see Harley with Joker, then you are dangerously close to advocating for the permission of an abusive relationship. I'm not going to agree to that. I think, just there's a bit that there's just too much, unlikable bullshit there. I mean, what works for story? If you want her to be a bad guy, yes. If you want to, but she's an anti-hero now. She's a reformed bad guy, almost good guy, chaotically good, one could say. Here we go again. But this is a 16/6 Comics Fandom comic shop exclusive. This is nice. This is Jenny Frischen. It's a cardstock variant cover. She's really pretty. She's got a nice figure. Remember, a woman drew this with the female gaze. Well, yeah, I mean, you can't say that women don't objectify other women either. I mean, I think that's bullshit. Men can objectify other men. They usually do, especially their opponents and enemies. I mean, let's see here. We've got raccoons chewing through. Do the raccoons mean something story-wise? Probably. It's Gleek. This is the Ape Real Fools covers. They had ape covers. Apes on comic books, especially apes riding dinosaurs, monkeys riding dinosaurs, have traditionally, this is like a Julius Schwartz thing. Julius Schwartz was the editor of DC Comics for a long time. A big creative vision in the Silver Age, bringing in the green, having Gardner Fox do like JLA and the modern, what we still celebrate today as DC superheroes. So this is Gleek from the Wonder Twins, which was the cartoon, the Super Friends, and once again is Harley and her most classic outfit. It's nice. It's anime-ish. If we look at the eyes, oversized eyes, roundness. Remember, in anime, it's a convention. This is why this is good Harley, and you can tell because in anime and in manga, the more good guy they are, the rounder and wider their eyes are, and the more evil they are, the more rectangular. You know what I mean? You look at compare Goku to Vegeta, and that's a good example of that. It's a convention in anime, along with the sweat drop or the swirlies on the spirals on the eye that denotes physical confusion, a drop on the nose or mouth indicating snoring. These are visual cues in a visual medium. So yeah, I mean, but there you go. Space Harley. I like that. Space Girl Harley. It's Harley Barbarella. I like that a lot. That's cute. That's real. And this is Mindy Lee. I mean, look at her hips. Look at her thighs. I mean, look at her. She's got a bust. She's got some steely resolve in her micro expression. She's got good muscle tone. Drawn by a woman with the female gaze, but a different bias on objectification. What are we objectifying here? This is this smacks of 1950s science fiction. This is just like a pop culture goulash here. I'm loving it. I'm loving it. I love art. That's a nice Harley. In Hook Lee, modern Harley, the baseball bat, and there we go. We've looked at some Harley Quinn. I think that, this is a lot to do with art and art appreciation. Superior Spider-Man #6. X-Men Forever. Yeah, if you're kidding me, X-Men Forever. This feels like it is taking forever. And this is another Karen Gillan. I think this is going to like lead into the next phase of wow, look at this variant covers we've got. We've got 2, 5, only 5. Yeah, I mean, the Kieran Gillen stuff for me is just like, yeah, I mean, is he always like this? Blade number 10. Batman Brave and the Bold number 12. Maybe this is wrapping up this series. Let's see. No, this is going to 15 issues. This is still going. This is an ongoing. It's Perfect Bound. What does that mean, Perfect Bound? Well, Perfect Bound, okay, that's a magazine thing. Perfect Bound, a Perfect Bound is like a book binding. Because usually it's staple bound, okay? It's because this is a magazine. It also has a staple bound comic book, floppy, can be shipped cheaper than something with a perfect bound, I believe. Hence, like, I've done so much crowdfund. I've backed so many crowdfunders that, like, I think I figured that out. But this has, you see the staples? That's a staple. This is a staple bound. These are sheets of printed paper folded in half and given a spine with 2 staples. A perfect bound is like a book, and they're glued together. It's glue, and they're pressed, and they form, and that's the gum at the spine of your book. And it could be however thick, but it's the same it's the same process. And that will give you a spine where you can actually have copy and trade dress on the spine as well. This is hit and miss with me, but that's okay. I mean, just I'm really it's an anthology. It's got a couple of different characters besides Batman. It's had a Lois Lane. It's had an Artemis. Sure. Hello. Would you put back that beautiful bean footage? It's got 2 variant covers. This is Charlie Adlard, who did Walking Dead. I guess he's got a black and white feature in this too. That's great. It's called Henchman. It's 8 pages long. So you got, I wonder if it has a price on here. Is it? Brave and the Bold 12? No, there's no price. Because it's usually $7.99. 64 pages. It's cardstock cover. But like I say, is this the future of comics? I don't think this has any ads in it. I'd have to look at a physical copy. It probably only has recto verso ads on the cover. Perhaps. Maybe it's more of a prestige format. I don't even know about the canonicity. Okay. Oh, geez. Power Girl number 8. I'm going to have to buy this because this is a House of Brainiac tie-in issue. This is written by Leah Williams, and at least it has pencils and art and inks. So I hope I'm going to get one of these variant covers that has her boob window proudly displayed. Maybe this one. Not this one. No, that's a Mark Brooks cover. No thanks. Sorry. Now this, 1 in 25. Very Marilyn Monroe. I mean, look, the form. Seriously, usually her bust is very over exaggerated. So this is a very tame bust line for Karen Starr, our old friend here, Power Girl. In a very classic look, too. This is her, I believe her that this is like her Bronze Age look. one of her most original looks, because like just very nice hips. This is like, she looks real. This is very pretty, and I like her smile. I like this a lot, and it's a 1 in 25 cover, and I think I'd get this I will pick this up if I had the chance. That's her new costume. At least they kept the boob window, you know? Yeah. No, thanks. Power Girl number 8. All the same, I will have to pick this up just to, I feel like, hey, I'm in on House of Brainiac. Let's go. Let's do it. Penguin number 9. For a Tom King book, I've been enjoying this. It's, let's see, how far does this go? I think this only goes 12 issues. Yeah, this only goes 12 issues. And so we're reaching the end game of our story, our Act 3, where it all comes together, where it's going to circle back to the cold open back in issue 1, where we have Oswald Cobblepot, an injured Batman, appear to be drowning in a sinking bat plane. Spider-Punk, Scarlet Witch, Quicksilver. See, I've been reading this because it's in my... I read everything that's in my pirate chest, and it's usually... So I can say this is Steve Orlando. Sorry. Wow, three variant covers for this? Wow. I don't mean to be like... C.B. Sapolsky is the... Whoa, where's the... There's no... Yeah, the Orlando. It's on the cover here. I was going to say... Okay, there it is again. I'm like, why did it cut Steve Orlando out of this? Wouldn't that be a hate crime? Yes. It's only going 4 issues. Who is buying this? It's just to have a presence on your shelf. Batman the Dark Age, which is really good. Don't miss out on that. I'd say that could be your this is like set in its own universe. It's written by Mark Russell. Great art by Michael and Laura Allred. And the first issue was a surprise, and it was fun. And it's just a different approach to a different Batman. Let's see, check it out. Conan the Barbarian number 10. That's like the darling of the fans. Wolverine Madripoor Knights number 3. Darth Maul, black, white, and red. Oh God, it's Jackpot written Black Cat number 2. No way. Oh boy. Dawn Runner number 2. No thanks. Feral number 2. Nah. See, this is where you get that. People say you get the huge drop off between issues 1 and 2, because it's the issue 1s that are like the big draw because it's in issue 1. But then you have Rare Flavors number 5. This is going 6 issues. Yeah. So here we go. We're entering Act 3. I love this book. And I have to, ensure I get this copy. This is Ram V. This is Rare Flavors is the book that turned me on to Ram V. Who is Ram V? Ram V is Ram Venkatesan, and aka Ram V. He is an award-winning author and creator of comic books and graphic novels, such as Paradiso, The Savage Shores, Gravity's Walls and Ruin of Thieves. Also of the Many Deaths of Layla Starr. DC Comics, he did The Vigil, which was new heroes in a new story. It was the 6th issue. The We Are Legends imprint for, it was just putting a spotlight on Asian American creators or just Asian creators, because he's not Asian American. He's from India and he lives in England, in London. So it's like he's not, dude, that's but and the other two were Greg Upak and Alyssa Yu Wong, both of who have blocked me on Twitter because of saying something. What's up with Danny Rand, and why is Simu Liu such an asshole? Dude, wow, weaponized equivocations, being on lists. They're out there. They really are. That's his Ram V. Yeah, and he writes our funny books. He's writing, and the Rare Flavors is just it's a treat. It's a wonderful European style. It's slice of weirdness. It's not slice of life. It's just, and it's got a food theme to it. And this has been a real joy and a real treat to be a comic books fan. This is going to collect very well, and it's going to have there should be a really nice coffee table edition of this. You can impress people with this for years to come. But as a comic book collector, to experience this serialized is wonderful. And I know I say a lot of the times there's an illusion of the print industry. Why bother with a serialized format? And in this case, it's just following the form of the market and of the industry. So, and I'm here for that one. I'm here for this one too, of Man's Best #2. I wonder of how many of 4. It'll be the last, then the penultimate issue. Okay, this is going 5 issues. And it's just cats and dogs with, augmented stuffs. Like, they've been weaponized. Aw. I mean, they've been experimented on. Oh, I know. But they're the heroes of our story. And they have personalities, and it's pretty fun. I'm here for this one. I really am. Like, I'm not going to get Feral #2. And I'm not going to get Dawn Runner #2. I took chances on those two. But I am going to continue getting Man's Best. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Saturday Morning Adventures #12. Always a fun time. Predator: The Last Hunt. Wow, look, now this is interesting. This caught my eye. It's 28 pages. That means you're getting 20 pages of story and art, but it's for $3.99. And this is maybe the first time I've caught it, but usually the 20th Century Studios titles have been going for what, $5.99 an issue? They've always been a little bit, I think, $1 more. I'm not even sure if they were $4.99. I think they were taking advantage, of that, the movie tie-in stuff to try to get to get as much out of it as you can. But maybe the market kind of stabilized that self. You got High Republic Adventures #5, Dark Horse Comics. Let's see. Image. Night Thrasher #3. Not that bad. Mad Cave Studios is doing a Dick Tracy. Wow. Alex Segura, Michael Mareschi, and wow, we got a bunch of incentive covers. You see all those variant covers there? This is an issue 1 for a very old property. And Mad Cave also is getting Flash Gordon. And Jeremy Adams will be writing that Flash Gordon. I'm there for that one. I'll tell you that much. I wonder if that's the old King Feature Syndicate license. Did Mad Cave? Let's look that up. Did Mad Cave Comics get the King Features Syndicate properties. Publishing rights for Flash Gordon were licensed to Mad Cave Studios by King Features Syndicate, a unit of Hearst and home to some of the most iconic entertainment characters in 2023. So it just says that Mad Cave acquired Flash Gordon, but also Mad Cave acquired Dick Tracy. And which I do believe is still, no, it's owned by Tribute Content Agency. Indeed. See, this is why we read wikis. That's right. We read a wiki this week, didn't we? American Psycho #4. What else can we say about that? And besides what the book and the movie, it's Transmedium, everyone. Transmedia. What else we got here? Dune House Carino and X-Men 130 Facsimile Edition for $4.99. I'm a sucker for these things. I usually pick these things up because I love these old, and they're getting $4.99 out of me still. I think it's the advertisements, it's everything. Hey, I noticed last week that my DC Crisis on Infinite Earths #1 facsimile did not have any advertisements. So I'm asking, was that issue 1, was that ad free? Dungeons and Dragons Saturday Morning Adventures #4. That looks good. Primer #2. Really? Primer Part 2. So it's at 4. It's 2 issues. Jennifer Moreau and Greta Lusky, and this is Primer was of Primer Volume 1. Here, we're gonna look at a wiki. Primer is probably one of the biggest DC superhero titles to come out of a new IP, a new character. Primer is Volume 1. It reprints the 2020 original graphic novel of the same name. Okay, so this is a reprint. So Primer #1. This came out last month. And I believe this was originally released as a trade paperback. Let's see that. Reprint titles. So 2020. Does that bring us to 2020 or just... Primer graphic novel. There we go. Hello. It's a one-shot with a cover date of August 2020. It was published on June 16th, 2020. It is a graphic novel. And yeah. So it's about Ashley Rayburn. She's from Prime Earth. She's a DC superhero. Have you ever heard of Primer? Seriously, she's been around for 4 years now. Uses body paints to give her a variety of powers under the name Primer. And let's see. She seems to be an only child who had a troubled beginning. Probably has a very high ACE score, adverse experiences. And she painted graffiti. But yeah, I mean, Primer, this was actually a big hit for DC Comics. And listen, these are all her powers: accelerated healing, biofission, chlorokinesis, cryokinesis, elasticity, electrokinesis. Wow, holy shit. It's like, but if we call, is this character a Mary Sue? Probably not, because she's legitimately struggled and had a hard life. And so they're taking this and putting, and they're reversing. So this is what I was talking about, the illusion of marketplace. Yet, here we are. They're reprinting Primer as a floppy, $3.99 for 40 pages. So that's probably 32 pages of story and art. It's not a sequel. Yeah, and it was very successful as a YA graphic novel. And this allusion, so hopefully maybe this is going to be the thing where it's like, I had to throw another log on the fire, where let's see how this does. And if this sells, maybe there's more to Primer down the line, because it's a teen hero. And maybe let's throw her on the Teen Titans. Let's see what's going on. Ultimate Universe #1, second printing. No thanks. Dutch #3. This didn't grab me, so but look at the blister pack cover. I'm a sucker for this. This is my favorite kind of cover, are these blister pack mock-ups. It looks like a toy. It's very toyetic. I love that. And the illusion too. It's a two-dimensional flat image, and this is great. Yeah. But I'm not reading it. And it's Joe Casey, and I am reading his Neil Before-Zod. I am. Yeah, Feral #2. I mean, just yeah. Sometimes you just got to be like, you're not feeling it. You give it but I like being able to give things a chance, though. Oh, it's Dust #6. Ultimate X-Men #1, third printing. Look at this cover. This is Punk Mambo. No, I don't want to look at it. It's Alien Books. But it's just like this whole... Is this supposed to be this is the cover for Punk Rock Jesus by Sean Gordon Murphy. I know it's a Dan Panosian. This is a Dan Panosian cover, but it's more of like, it's very derivative, I feel, even with the use of the trade dress or the font up top. I mean, I wonder if it's a direct reference to Punk Rock Jesus, which was a Sean Gordon Murphy DC Vertigo 12 issue. Really good. I got the hardcover of that. Let's see. And we're coming. Oh, once again, we've been noticing this every week now. Ben Templesmith, The Seance Room, Harry's Opus. It's what's the holdup? Who knows? That's got a story in its own, probably. What else? What else this week? What are you reading? What are you picking up? What are you putting down? What interests you? Pooh versus Bambi #1. Holy shit. Okay, now this is from Zenoscope. In a war, there are rules, but the forest has none. Abandoned by his country, betrayed by those he once called family, and hunted by those who want nothing more than to keep him as a trophy. Pooh is on a mission, and no amount of honey will sate his thirst. He wants revenge. This is a 3-issue mini. It's using the Winnie the Pooh is in the public domain. So now you can use Winnie the Pooh as a character. And I guess Bambi as well, too, perhaps. Because this is Pooh versus Bambi, and it's got nothing to do with its Walt Disney versions. I read this. This was given to me as a digital advance copy. This is, and it's like Pooh and Bambi have become like an 80s canon adventure movie, a shoot 'em up. Like they were weaponized and put on a secret hit squad team, and then the team broke up with some secret knowledge, and now Winnie the Pooh is on the run, and it just works. I mean, I really enjoyed the hell out of it. This is really fun, and here we go. This is very Scarlett Johansson here. And that's there's got a lot of elements here. It's kind of like, that's definitely the gun. And it's a little bit exaggerated, but that's the, and I used to be able to chapter verse this shit. James Cameron's Aliens rifle. Hello, more cheesecake. Because cheesecake sells. It really does. But yeah, I had fun with this. This was fun. If this is on the, I'll have to track that down. And not because it's in issue 1. It's because if it's that good, if I read something that's really good, and I feel like you deserve my $4. That's what it comes down to. It's Archie, halfway to Halloween. The Archie Library. I actually read an Archie comic book last week in my digital pirate chest, and most of it were reprints from old Archie comics. It was like 1 8-page. Oh, The Sickness number 5. Really? Ooh, this is me getting on the phone to Yule Carter. No, I'll check it out to see if it's at my store first. It might be. I hope so. If not, I'll ask Yule. But I have an ongoing order there. He's got a stack of comic books, and it's almost time to pull the trigger. Let's throw a few more on there, and let's spend some money. Exactly. Oh, look at this. It's a Cerebus in Hell presents Akimbo number 1. That's great. But yeah, The Sickness that's some weird shit, but I love it. Oh my gosh. I would get this. It's called the Mexican foil variant cover. Oh, yes, please. This is X-Men 25. I had this in high school. Actually, after high school. This is from what, 92, 93? 93, I believe. Yeah. I was still reading X-Men. I was like 21 years old, 22 years old. Wow. I'm in for that. And this is what we get for reading this. I would never have known that was coming out. I'm going to keep my eye out for that. I'm going to come back to this page. And I will find the things I didn't get. I will find them. Zorro, Man of the Dead, number 4. Yeah, I'm sorry. Once again, it's Sean Gordon Murphy, but hey, I gave it a chance. It didn't grab me. I did get the issue 1, and good luck with that. I like Sean. He's fun to talk to at cons. He'll talk to you for a few minutes. He's a cool dude. Star Wars 43 variant cover. Thundercats 3. No. Now we're getting into like the variant cover area. Like we got a couple of Feral number 1 variant. Now you can release the Feral variant covers, I guess, or something. I don't know. And here we are. We're at the end of the list. Awesome. Stop sharing. There we go. And that's the week in comic books. What are you picking up? What are you putting down? I mean, is there something out there that's grabbing your attention? Let us know in the comments section. Thank you so very much for tuning in today. And from Pika and Drinka and Canadian Beer is, on vacation this week. And but from here, from our Boston studios, which is down the street from the corner, we thank you very much. God bless and namaste. Good luck. Please like and subscribe. And thank you so very much for tuning in today on New Comic Book Day. Please remember to get your supplies at your comic book shop. You need boards, you need bags, and you need some boxes, don't you? I know I might. I've been pretty stocked up, but that's why we keep getting comic books, and with all those comic books, you're going to need a bag and a board with that. Seriously, prevent spine roll now. You know what I mean? Take good care of those things. And hopefully they'll take good care of you too. Thank you so very much. And we will see you later in those funny pages. Ciao. Bye-bye.